chicken ups and check it out now. I know what y'all thinking. Yo, oh my God, another 6ix9ine story by Ak. Yo, this nigga finna be biased as a motherfucker. Copping please and goddamn moonwalking. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want the real, y'all want the real, man? I'm gonna give you out the real. Now, 6ix9ine, I consider him a friend. Also, I got a song out with him right now called Lanes. Link in the description. Go listen to that shit. However, I could be objective to some degree. Now, I ain't gonna say there ain't a little bit of bias sometimes, because number one, I'm human. Again, I knew the nigga, and just like if you had a motherfucking friend, you would give that person the benefit of the doubt to the utmost extent until it was blatantly obvious that it was what it was. Right? What am I talking about? Now, people have speculated that he's snitching. People have seen that he pled guilty and assumed that that means snitching. People have said, well, there's also wording in the paperwork thus far, which was a guilty plea, to say he's going to cooperate, which means snitching. But again, until we actually see all that being done, I'm still going to give him the 1% chance that maybe what we're seeing or the direction this is going ain't how it really is, okay? Because as I've seen recently, I've seen this girl on Vlad like, yo, they were misinterpreting the court documents. Again, this shit that we're seeing on paperwork, you got to ask a lawyer about it, okay? Because otherwise, it will look certain way and it doesn't. Anyway, I give him the benefit of the doubt. But certain shit, I could see beyond, and I don't have to give them the benefit of the doubt. I could call a spade a spade. So let's actually think about some of the people who are irate. And some of them, they have whatever opinions, and I'm not mad at anybody's opinion about this. This is a very public case. But Boosie actually spoke some very powerful words recently. He got on Instagram, and he put up a picture which was a story that said Kooda B. If you don't know, 6ix9ine had a song called Kooda, but there was a guy who was dancing in the video. His name is Kooda. Basically, the story said Kooda's facing 10 years to life for the Chief Keef shooting in New York. And essentially, in the body of the story, it said that Tekashi basically gave up Kooda B basically for whatever plea deal he came to with the goddamn government. So Boosie's irate. Because he's saying, wow, this guy is cooperating and giving and fingering, fingering like pointing people out right before our very eyes, and he's still in the rap game. So Boosie said this. Boosie said, when you first went to jail, I was like, free dude, because I don't like to see no one in that cage like that. But one thing I don't condone and support is rats. You got to say you a bitch-ass nigga who is just playing whole games with everybody. You have to admit on wax that you a whole-ass nigga from now on, period. And I do understand your situation, nigga. I was facing a needle. That's lethal injection. And I am bend, break, or fold. Hashtag real niggas. Like myself, we hate rats. I don't know about New York, but Louisiana, you'll be murdered less than a month after your release. For real. Your kids will be bullied in school for the decision you made. You put all your family in grave danger for life because of this bullshit. Did you think about their safety? Keep it 100. You don't care about nothing but you. Now, very powerful words from somebody like Boosie, and Boosie's been through it. Go look up his history. Boosie has been through it. So when I see him speaking, I know he ain't just speaking just out of hate. There's certain rappers who didn't like him when he was free, so now when he's locked up, they're like, fuck this nigga definitely, because we ain't like him from the get-go. But Boosie, he's been kind of, like, he never really was vocal about a nigga when he was free or whatever. Actually, he complimented when he was free. But I guess now he sees certain things that goes against his morals that's happening that he's speaking up. Now, let's get to the real, because I know y'all going to say, heck, how you going to spin this one, bro? Now, you got to realize I ain't a street nigga, okay? And there's a lot of people who aren't street who still think street codes, like, apply to everybody, okay? Now, for some people, and I'm talking about fans who are interpreting and viewing this case, they're saying that if he is telling, supposedly, again, I don't know completely for sure if he's telling, but it looked like it may be going towards that way. Fans are saying they ain't no problem, or some fans are saying they ain't no problem with him telling because the guys he's telling on, they were robbing him, they kidnapped him, they were going to kill him, and they were fucking his baby mama. So for some people, they're like, yo, we could understand why he's doing that. Now, the street cats who are watching this case too, they cannot understand any type of telling, period. However, what throws a monkey wrench into this, and this is why I think Boosie's statement is so powerful, is because it's not the guys who were allegedly like robbing him, fucking his baby moms, maybe try to plot to kill him. It's this other guy who was kind of detached from everything, who essentially, the story goes that 6ix9ine may have paid him to do some shit. And then what happened is that he got locked up, And they're saying 6ix9ine may have given him up. Now, that's where I could say that's foul. That is foul, okay? If I paid you to go slap somebody, and then I get arrested for me paying you to go slap somebody, and then I tell the cops, and the cops say, okay, just give us a nigga who you paid, and we'll let you go free, that is really, like, that's some sucker stuff. I could agree with that. That's weak. But if you ask me what's happening and why this happened, right? This is just me thinking out loud. I think 6ix9ine may have had an immunity deal. Because if you don't know, he was never charged for the Chief Keef shooting. Never. But there's somebody else who was charged, Kooda B, and they're saying that 6ix9ine possibly helped out that investigation. So what does that tell me? They may have said, with the 9 counts that he pled guilty to, nigga, plead guilty to all of this and tell us everything you know about any crime that has been committed that we might be investigating, and we will give you, or we'll recommend to the judge to give you a very small sentence. That would actually make him not get charged by saying, yeah, I paid a nigga to go do some shit for Chief Keef. That would make only the person who got paid, right? They get charged. So it might be an immunity deal. Regardless, I do want to say I understand, even though I'm not a street nigga, I understand why Boosie is upset. I understand. I can't be sitting here and be like, oh, they're hating us. No, they're not. They're basically saying the morals and the codes that they usually represent and they rap and sing about, it's being violated because someone who may be taking a deal is throwing people under the bus. That does look crazy. Again, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt all the way up to this point, but I do believe it's getting to the point where either his lawyers, if they really care about his name or him having somewhat of a future when he comes out of jail and being in music, his lawyer got to speak out on some shit. Or somehow he has to speak out on some shit. Because right now, it looks like he's just throwing niggas under the bus. And that is not going to be really celebrated by many people outside of his fans. Okay? Again, very sad situation. I look at it very differently than most people. My thing is that I would look at him weird if there were situations that got people locked up that would have not happened if he wasn't in rap talking shit and then probably emboldening or telling his homies to go do some crime to make him look good. You get me? If you're talking shit to Chief Keef and you basically tell your homies, yo, go do some crime to make me look good, and then your homies get locked up and you may have given them up, that's a little bit dishonorable. Not even a little bit. It's very dishonorable to me. Again, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt even till now. But I would like to hear some explanation because it looks crazy. Very crazy, okay? Get a comment, you guys like them, subscribe. What do y'all guys think? I'm trying to be as objective as possible. Again, I got a song with him. I consider him a friend. But, again, I can still call a spade, especially when certain stuff seem very obvious. You guys get in the comment, you guys like them, subscribe to Akademiks. I'm out.